Hello, this is Soundout here, back with another Kamen Rider review. Today we have the Kamen Rider Cho Bike Mountain. We'll go into the history of this. First of all, I want to say this is kind of a test video. I wanted to show this off, and I wanted to test out recording on an iPad. Now, the camera may shake a little bit, because I'm literally using two boxes that Go Your Toys came in. To sit this on, if I do go ahead and go with the iPad route, then I will definitely get a better setup. But for now, we're going to take a look at this little set. This is a candy toy set. Yes, this is cool. I got this off of Mandarake Online World Shop, which is a store that has used items, items that have been sold to the stores. They have physical stores in Japan, in addition to the online store. And they came in 4 little sets. For example, here's 01, which is O's no Sekai, where you got a little section there. It comes with the Kamen Rider O's guy. See the whole thing assembled there. The lineup for this, yes, these are all opened. You can see here. And it does all kinds of cool stuff. It's a really neat little toy. There's just the box. Inside is the instructions on how to build it and such. I don't know how much this cost originally per box, but you do need 4 boxes to complete it. I know I paid 400 yen for mine, which is I think how much you'd pay for one, but here's double no Sekai. I'm just using that as a term for what I'll do. But it shows you how they work and all that, and how it all goes together. So that's cool. You got Deno no Sekai, which is really just the 10-liner. Same idea with the box. And Decade no Sekai, which is actually just shocker stuff with Decade in it. So anyways, as this gets sold as 4 separate pieces, I'll break this apart into the 4 separate parts and we'll go from there. Now, I'm not trying to rip off Tsukun Shinobi here with the turntable thing. I did it first. I've been doing posing montages for a while now. Anyways, this is the O's set, which they each include a little Kamen Rider on a bike. This one being O's on his ride vendor. Not a tow ride vendor, just regular ride vendor. Not much detail. I mean, you can kind of see the shape of O's there. Of course, you can see his head in the front of the bike. The back wheel is in metal to provide stability, and the front wheel is plastic. So that's all cool. Now, you can break up this set into its 2 main components. First, you got a little track here, which, if you move Mr. Onk, if I don't lose things, you can actually see this is Cusco Sir, the restaurant that Eiji and friends hang out at. And there's also a spread of core metals in the back. It's a really nice little representation. It's a really nice little representation of the restaurant. You can see the sign and everything. And then there's a little peg, and you can put the Ankh hand that's included. It's nicely detailed into there. So that's all cool. And then you got Dr. Maki's lab, which you can see the guy picture of birth there. I've got the logo with the Kogami Foundation and all that. You can see it's got kind of the structural thing of the building. And on the inside, just to enforce it, there's blueprints for the ride vendor. And then there's a ride vendor in vending machine mode. So that is all cool. Now, when you hook the set up together, you get this little effect, which basically, you can take little O's. He can go down the track here. Once he goes there, you press this little button, he goes up there. And you press this button, and he goes up there. And he just kind of stops. Of course, the track continues as time goes on. But you can see there, he just kind of stops there. So that's all cool. I mean, it's nothing too complicated. It's just kind of ba-doop. And ba-doop. And bam. There you go. And if you want a little 360 of the thing, there you go. There's a 360 turn. So that is cool. It's a neat little set. Kind of nice to have little locations from the show. So next we have a double no Sekai, as I like to call it, which is basically Fudo Tower. You do get a nice little Kamen Rider double on the Hard-Boileder. You You can definitely tell it's the hard-boiler, and you can definitely tell it's double. I wish there would have been more paint, but there isn't. I mean, they got the two-toned on double, so I give them credit for that. Even on his body, so that's cool. He's really neat. I'll put off to the side. The main attraction of the set is Futo Tower, which is quite tall. You can see there, it's about that tall. Okay. You can see there's a picture of Axel, which can be removed if you do want to not break up the effect, but you can put him there for effect. The windmill does spin as part of the gimmick, and the whole gimmick of this is basically an elevator gimmick where you put double here, and then you turn this knob, and he goes up the elevator while the tower spins, and when he gets to the top, it pushes him down to there. And to reset the gimmick, you actually, turning it this way, the gears get locked up. Do not move double. You're not supposed to move. So I just kind of move the windmill like this, and it accomplishes the job for the most part. But yeah, kind of the most boring one, unless you just want a little Futo Tower to stick on your desk, in which case this piece and this piece come off. It is kind of neat to have a little toy Futo Tower. And if you want, O's can go in here too and do the same thing. We'll show that off a little bit later. But yeah, it's kind of a cool set. For Double, even though Double is my favorite Kamen Rider show, this is probably my second least favorite gimmick-wise. And you can see a 360 turn here, where it's just kind of flat gray plastic on the back. So yeah. It's kind of cool, though, having Futo Tower. So here's set 03, which is Kamen Rider Den-O, or Den-O no Sekai. It is basically the Den liner. I do like how the other plastic is brown to kind of represent the sands of time that it's seen traveling. This is all stickers, by the way, so be careful when you're applying, or you're just going to have a little rip, like, right there. But it is kind of a nice little representation of Den liner. I got a picture of New Den-O here. Surprisingly, it's not Zeranos, but New Den-O is kind of the new Den-O. But you do get a little Den-O on a Den bird, and he's adorable because he's chibi. Anyways, the whole gimmick of this one is actually pretty cool. You set him up on this ramp, and he goes down into the train, and then you turn this around, and it spits him out here, and he pops out there. So that is really cool, all things considering that it's just a simple gimmick. But yeah, so that's really neato. I'll give you a 360 turn, because this is one of the best looking ones, I gotta say. I really like how they did the Sands of Time, because that's something they did in the show a lot. But very, very cool set. Probably my favorite of them, because it looks really nice. And 04 is Decade no Sekai, which is basically the Shocker base. Now, we'll take a look at a little Decade here on his machine Decatur. No, I am not from Decatur. But you can see there, he's basically the same mold as the others, except bike's a little different. Put off to the side. This one, I like the ideas they were going for with it. I just don't like that it's kind of boring. First of all, you got Ichigo V3 in black in the back there, which is really cool. You've got Shocker soldiers hanging out all over here. You got the Dai Shocker logo. You even got his Decade's Emperor chair. And if you feel so desired to, you can pop Decade's head off, which is enjoyable. And totally lose it behind your makeshift tripod. And you could have it sitting there, kind of, which is hilarious. Let's see, what else do we got here? We've also got a picture of Ika Devil and Ambassador Hell. I forgot what his monster form was called. It falls down, and you got a picture this is the launcher, which is the Rider War painting from the end of Decade. So it's kind of like an All Riders versus Dai Shocker theme thing, and I like that movie, so I don't mind this too much, despite not liking Decade very much. This is my favorite part, though. This is a close second. Anyways, the whole gimmick of this is that you move this launcher in here, and you push this little button in, and then you put him there, and then you push the button, and boom, he knocks over the villains. And stops. That's kind of boring. While I like the ideas they're going for, this is kind of the most boring part of the set. Basically, it involves... Bang. Yeah, you're buying this just to complete the set, really. Nothing spectacular on its own. But it is kind of nice that they did do the Die Shocker base thing. Which I'll give you a 360 turn here. But yeah, really, really cool. Now to combine all the sets to make the Cho Bike Mountain, you want to pop this piece off of here. Put it off to the side. Same with this piece here. Off to the side. This piece comes off here. And this piece comes off here. Those all go here. Now there's a bunch of pegs. Now if I can get the picture here. Get the picture. That sounds like a bonus feature for a DC DVD of old Batman, Mr. Freeze, Sub-Zero, by the way. It was a How to Draw Batman. You don't care. Why am I telling you this? You plug these pieces in here. For example, this piece goes here. So I'm doing this according to the picture. This piece came 3. It's supposed to go out like this. Like so. And the last piece, which is not that one, which is this one, goes here. Like that. So you got this thing up on a platform. Next you want to peg, there's 2 pegs here. You want to peg it together, lining everything up. So you got, sorry I bumped the camera. So you got that going on. You can connect this piece. It just slides together like this. And then finally you take this piece, which is the whole center, and you slide this on top, and it should slide together. Let's pop this ramp piece off. There we go. Slide that on, then you put the ramp back. See where it pegs together here. This is very complicated stuff. Reset the train, put DK back in. As much as I hate to, but there you go. And that is just about it. You want to put this piece over here because they had no other place for it. And there is the completed Cho Bike Mountain, which is an epic title, by the way. Now there is some things here. You do some exposed pegs. So what I like to do is I take, let's keep that all together now. New Deno and Birth can join axle up here, like so, and you've got that, and that is the completed mountain. Now, in order to make this all work, you need one of the Kamen Riders. We'll go chronological. Pull out Deno here. Put the launcher into place. Click the button back. Now watch the magic if I don't knock over this train. So you load Deno up like this. Push the little button. He goes all the way around over there. You can move this out of the way. And reset this for now. And then push the buttons to get him up here. Anyways, he's up here. He goes up there. He loads into the elevator. Turn the elevator up. And he hits that there and goes straight into the Denliner. Which, this is starting to work again, which is cool. Then, Denliner down. He pops up here. You reset the launcher. And you can have another go. So, yeah, this is really cool when you get it all assembled. Probably not worth the original price. I think for a whole set. I'm just going to run this while I talk. So, like, a whole set probably would have cost you about 2,000 yen, I'm thinking. Originally. At original price. I wouldn't pay that, I don't think. 1,000 yen, maybe. I think this is worth about 1,000. I got mine for 400, which is freaking fantastic considering that I do like all these characters because I have watched all 4 of these shows, which is really nice that they did this for me. This set was engineered just for me. No, if it was engineered just for me, it'd have Kuga instead of DK. So I'm just gonna montage the rest of these Kamen Riders now. That is the Kamen Rider Cho Bike Mountain, also known as the Kamen Rider Super Bike Mountain. Definitely recommended. Like I said, don't pay too much for it. It's a cool little set. It is kind of neat, and if you want to see it next to a figure art, there's a figure art. So yeah, nowhere near your figure art scale, but it is kind of cool to have little miniature playsets of the little locations in Kamen Rider. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about the video quality. It certainly is hopefully different in a good way. If it continues to look this good when I go to edit, then I probably will go with the iPad from now on. So be sure to check out WritersRangersRambles.com for Toku news and more, including Soundout's posing montage, my now acclaimed series that includes poses of figure arts, which recently happened was these guys, the Go-Kaigers. You can find a trailer on my channel that will link you directly to the article on Writers, Rangers, and Rambles. Also check out Toku of Theater while you're there, which is a show that stars me and Shukun Shinobi, and we have a different guest every time as we riff on tokusatsu of old and new. And be sure to check out the Ram boards where you can discuss everything that I've mentioned so far. And until next time, saying goodbye.